today's episode of 2K TV postseason. The tournament is almost here, and we have all the latest updates in the road to the finals.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Brooklyn Nets. Looking at the Nets, they're excited to be back out on the floor for game number 1 of the season, and I don't think anyone has doubts that they want to send a strong message tonight and tip off the new season with a win. And, of course, Freak playing here tonight. You've probably heard his story by now. Lost a friend of a long time in the offseason. Very tough to deal with, obviously. How hard is it going to be for him to get his focus back, Shaq?
It's going to be tough, Ernie. He lost someone that he knew for a long time, and it's going to weigh on him. This will be one of his most trying seasons of his career.
Man, I feel for Freak, man. It's not going to be easy. But it's an opportunity to grow. You know, a lot of guys, Ernie, you put in this position, you know, you just kind of let the court be your refuge, man. Like, this guy is a strong kid. Strong kid.
So well said, Kenny. That does it for us. Kevin Harlan standing by.
And just before the game, the championship NBA commissioner, Adam Silver. And a proud moment indeed for this team and their fans. This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Eastern Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, Jackson, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith. And then for Brooklyn, Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Young. Lance Thomas comes in for Bogdanovich. And Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Stauskas. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Lance Thomas. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Jarrett Jack. Then it's Robinson. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half-and-half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's really a good picture of what not to do on those last two possessions. I mean, they're being way too casual with the ball.
It's going to cost them if they keep it up. They need to get back to playing smart basketball.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Irving. Blatch, good, and Jack gets the assist.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Cleveland leading by 5. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
Thanks, Doris.
And their offense already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Back to Robinson. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Kicks it to LeBron. Jackson has the open look, and the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Jackson's got 5. Well, a bit of a tragic note for Freak. He'll be playing this season after the loss of a longtime friend over the summer break.
Yeah, that's hard to hear, and certainly going to be difficult for him to work through that. Going to be on his mind all year. Never easy to go on about business as usual when you have that kind of heartache and loss.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And no good trying to get that one. And that does. We sat down with Freak to discuss how he's handling the loss of his close friend. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Freak Clark and his family.
Without question. I mean, it's a really difficult road to navigate, the loss of a loved one or a close friend. And sometimes, even though it's difficult, with that kind of weight on your heart, the focus you have to give to the game can sometimes be a source of solitude because you really can't be thinking about anything else when you get between those lines. And sometimes that can be helpful in the process of moving forward.
Well said. Your perspective is always appreciated.
Appreciate that, Kevin.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what are you guys seeing?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Young out there with Brook Lopez. And it's Stauskas in at the 2-guard spot. Hollis Jefferson passes to Young. 5 on the clock. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Young's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Nets. Here's Jackson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Nets trail by 9. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. There's a screen. Shumpert with the steal. Smith kicks to Irving, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
A moment now to see the numbers for Smith. How he did last season. Put up about 13 points per, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Love's checked in. Just 5 to shoot. And Young slams it home.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Well, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
Lopez, a screen on Shumpert. Bogdanovich dishes to Lopez. Another shot, passes to Hollis Jefferson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hollis Jefferson's got his first bucket in this one.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Outside Irving. The drive by Shumpert. Terrific assist and nice finish. Solid play all around.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Here's Lopez. There it is, his second make of the game. He's missed 5.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. And so we wrap up the first half. Cavaliers lead. The third quarter away, and the Cavaliers with some changes. Jackson comes in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Shumpert in there for Smith. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Kevin Love out there with Jackson. And it's Irving in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Bogdanovich passes to Lopez. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost them.
It's stolen by Jack. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. The Nets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. First one falls for them. And Jarrett Jack drops them both.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Jackson down low. Lopez is there. Jackson missing again.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Lopez drives in. No good. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Here's Irving. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Kevin Love. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Thomas comes in for Bogdanovich. There's the dish to Lopez. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
Feeds to Dellavedova. An easy 2 points on the layup. Dellavedova's got the lead up to 10 now for the Cavs.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. And Jack kicks to Robinson. There's the feed to Thomas. Back to Robinson. Unloads from 13. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Robinson's got his second basket.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
And he gets it to go.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Hollis Jefferson, covered by Irving. To the wing on the left. There's a screen by Robinson. Jack dishes to Robinson. He used that pick to get in close. Robinson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash-mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
There's a screen by Robinson. Thomas against James. Thomas passes to Blatch. Offensive rebound. Robinson misses.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Here's Blatch. Mozgov with the block. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And the basket by Jackson.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. The Cavaliers leading by 20, setting the floor for the Nets. Bogdanovich out there with Stauskas. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Lance Thomas. And it's Young in at the power forward. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
Steve, I agree. And, I think the attitude was very impressive. And, Clark, you had talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. They put a tremendous performance in terms of effort and intensity, and they deserve to win this one.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Irving. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Shoots from the elbow. Connects. The jumper drops.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Blatch. He dishes it to Robinson. On the wing, Brooks. For 3. Off target with that shot. So we see the Cavaliers take
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such an incredible feel for the game. He runs the floor, he passes beautifully, and he can shoot from lights out from anywhere.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA.
It was a great win for the team tonight. What can you take out of such a positive overall performance?
I knew the team was capable of a performance like this. I was feeling it tonight even before the game, telling guys in the locker room that this game was ours. Now I just got to keep them hungry. Not let them forget how dominant we could be. Huge win tonight. Huge win.
Are you getting the ball as much as you'd like out there?
That kind of thing doesn't matter to me. As long as we're winning games, I don't care how much I have the ball in my hands. I really don't. The team comes first. You know that.
You went through a lot last year as you got acclimated to being in the NBA. And then you went through a tough time in the offseason with the death of your childhood friend Victor. Can you explain your mindset to us as you try to move forward this season?
Look, last year went by in a flash, so I ain't even thinking about it no more. It's about what I can do now. Whittle can't believe it. But he's in a better place. And that has nothing to do with my play this season. None. So from now on, let's not bring up my past, and let's keep these things to basketball only, all right? I'm ready to take the next step this season, and that's all.
On today's episode of 2K TV postseason, the tournament is almost here, and we have all the latest updates in the road to the finals. The professor is back to break down some moves.
Approaches, does a sham guy, snatches back.
We show off your top plays and give you a chance at VC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers out at Quicken Loans Arena. And for Cleveland, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. And with some time here to spare, let's talk leadership in the NBA. Kenny, who would you say are the best leaders on the floor in the league?
Wow. Well, obviously, the great Tim Duncan in the San Antonio Spurs with his leadership with Greg Popovich. They're the top of the list. You know, I also like Kevin Durant. You know, Kevin Durant's leadership is probably unparalleled or underrated, I would say, from his position, because he always has his team in position to win.
There's two type of leaders, Ernie, the vocal leader and the one that leads by example. One of my favorite vocal leaders, Chris Paul. Dirk Nowitzki is not very vocal, but he leads by example. LeBron James does both. Very vocal at times, very animated.
Joakim Noah's not bad.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. For the Washington Wizards, they come in off a good outing against the Charlotte Hornets. And they pulled off a 3-point win in that one. Too close for comfort, but they'll take it. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Jackson, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Nene, he's checked Steve Morris. So on the floor for Washington, the great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Buford is out there with Nene, and it's Porter in at the 3 slot. At the elbow, it's Freak. Lets it go from the wing. That's good.
Yeah, great execution there. The turnaround, such a difficult shot to defend.
Wizards trail by 4. Out to the right wing. Lets it go. Washington gets it back. And the shot's good from Nene.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Smith's gone 2 for 2 so far from 3. And Beal kicks to Buford. Jackson comes over with the double. And And the rejection by Love. Ahead, the finish. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and it'll go to the line. These teams were last season's best passers, the squads with the most assists in the NBA. The Cavaliers, number one.
The way these guys move the ball offensively was really a joy to watch. Great teamwork and unselfishness, and that's why we saw those great assist numbers a season ago.
Mozgov, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Amon Shumpert has come in for Smith. And then for Washington, Ryan Hollins, he's checked in for Nene. Hansbrough comes in for Buford. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
String music scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
No coverage that time.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Jackson has the open look. Washington with the rebound. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
Shumpert gets a wide-open look. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Sessions. Coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. Hansbrough dishes to Beal. Hansbrough, a screen on Shumpert. And Beal kicks to Hansbrough. And he dunks it down.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game. I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it, and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also knocking down the mid-range because they're making good decisions with the basketball.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Jackson is out there with Thompson. And it's Shumpert in at the small forward position. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets really lit it up. He had 18 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
All right, Doris. Well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
There's a screen by Gortat. And it's Wall in the corner. The Wizards with another miss. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Here's Irving. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. 11 points for Kyrie Irving. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Randy Whitman was just going over the plan with his team. He made no mistake that their game plan was to run their offense through Wall. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And Cleveland making a change here. James is checked in. And a change for the Wizards. Porter's checked in. Wasted no time on that one. 11 points for Freak.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime dropped right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Cleveland leading by 10. Kicks it to Irving. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Irving's got 13.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Knocked loose and stolen by Love. And now the fast break, LeBron with the ball. Outside for Jackson. Jackson can't get that one to fall.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Sessions passes to Gortat.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. First free throw is good. Mozgov, he's checked. And that concludes the first half. Cavaliers lead by 14. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. For the Cavaliers, Jackson, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Smith. Ryan Hollins, he's checked in for the Wizards. Nene comes in for Morris. So the Wizards 5 right now. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Otto Porter and Nene in at the forwards. And it's Hollins in at the 3 at the 5. Roaming the paint. There's the pick. Down low. Here's Nene. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Outside Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Kevin, I've got a chance now to look at where the Cavaliers ranked in the NBA last season. First in assists, first in points off turnovers. And they were number 2 in field goal percentage. This is a team that got good shots on a regular basis and knocked them down.
And back to those assist numbers. I mean, they were maybe the most enjoyable team to watch in the league last season. Just the way they moved the ball, the fluidity with which they operated.
Sessions checked in for Porter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Jackson. The three-pointer off the mark. Wizards trail by 16. And Wall with the slam.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still showcasing his skills with that slam.
He knows how to put the exclamation point on those, doesn't he? Man, oh, man.
Does he ever.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Here's Beal. No good off the front iron.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Wall against Irving. Jackson. Stolen by Nene. They push it up 4-on-3. No one near him. The Cavaliers pull it in. They led the game at 1 point by 20. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
The kick out to Wall. And another shot. And Jackson with the block. 5-on-3 break. James dishes to Jackson. Beal with the steal. Nene with the screen on James. Here's the screen. And stolen by James. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop, but they'll get another chance. James kicks to Irving.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Cavaliers have had 15 tries at the line. Jackson, he's checked in for Cleveland. James comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. And then for Washington, Morris is checked in for Beal. And it's Hansbrough in for John Wall. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Kevin Love out there with Jackson. And it's Irving at the guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Gortat with a screen on Irving. Sessions passes to Gortat. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Yep, and they've simply shown more aggressiveness, guys, more desire to secure the ball.
Beal dishes to Gortat. Porter kicks to Morris. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Love. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
John Wall's checked in for the Wizards.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Cavaliers.
Clark, looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And so So with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
In what should be an exciting 4-game season series between these two teams, they have to feel great about taking this first one tonight against the Wizards.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Kyrie Irving. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Jackson with it. He's picked up by Wall. Puts up the baby hook and off the front iron, and in it goes.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
There was no shortage of points in the paint for him tonight. He was doing his thing, using his big body to create space and make easy baskets for his teammates and himself inside. When he got his hands on it, he didn't mess around.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.